I grew up in a place called PH City. And I swear to God, I'm so proud to come from that town. You see, I'm a proper waterside boy, cricket to the bone. But even if you're not from my city, that's alright. Because we're probably not that different, you and I. Wa cricket. That phrase means we're not different. And the story goes that Okitibeya, the founder of my tribe, met with Pogolaya, the founder of my clan. And on discovering that they both spoke the same language, he exclaimed, Wa cricket. We are not different. And so this became the name of the tribe. And here I and you might not speak the same language. I know. But we are not that different if you really care to know. There may be concepts like one Nigeria aren't so deceptive. After all, we were all humans from the onset. See, we both sat down in hall somewhere to write senior secondary certificate examinations. And we both attempted JAM multiple times before we found the insides of the higher institution. You see, we both wanted medicine, but we didn't meet the cutoff, so they saddled us with some other course and told us to set off. And we remember those lecturers in the university who would say, in my course, nobody gets an A. And the ones who in a full semester will come only 2 times to class. One time, to make sure we buy a handout without which we may not pass. See, we're not that different, you and I. Answering the clarion call under rain or shine. We, wah, 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 we both answered. So how can you then say that I am not your brother? You see, we're not that different, you and I. We both carry corpses in our chest and tears in our eyes. A dead mother, father, sister, or brother, the lives of our loved ones reduced to mere numbers. We both roll gari into balls with our fingers, and where we were raised, children ate from the same plates together. We both hold a certain reverence for soccer. Even if I pilgrimage to Jerusalem and you go to Mecca. Because if you reach beneath, you find the truth. That no matter how far away from each other we sprout and shoot. Like bamboos in the forest, we all share the same roots. So if we trace our beliefs back, we need not even get to Adam. We all at some point are children of Abraham. They're not that different. Not even by the games we play. Not even in the way our parents give us names. Names we think could have been better when we were children, but then we age and sage and grow into them. We're not that different once you reach beneath the surface. Beyond my dialect of tongue, beyond my tribal mark shapes. Because even if we have different markings on our face, the ones etched inside is all the same. You see, we both played games as children, hid twigs and baked cakes in the sand. The same Hamatan breeze kisses our lips and whitens our hands. The same leaders have robbed us in plain sight and with sleight of hand. So, last, we're not that different, my man. We're looking at each other on opposite sides of a mirror, and underneath the surface are the lines that bind us. So to be so much like me is not something to fear. Know that I am your brother. Wa cricket.
I know why you write, my darling friend. I know you write for all the nights you spent in a lover's arms and felt the universe stand still for you. And then you wrote for all the nights of whispering I love yous to the empty space beside you where your universe once slept. I know you write for all the anger you felt boiling inside you. For all the ways you felt pain and sadness twist your insides into something like pretzels. Something that put salt in your wounds and stung your eyes. I know sometimes you write for your happiness. To find it, to celebrate it, to embrace it. I want to let you know that you'll never end. That your words will give you some degree of clarity, but the pain and the sadness will somehow always remain. They will always remain a constant reminder that beauty can be born from something that is seemingly not so beautiful. I want to let you know that graciousness will settle in your heart someday. That the words will only be a reminder of burning down to ash and being reborn from the flames. I want to let you know that this is how serenity is discovered. Clearing away and sifting through the dirt and finding that elusive diamond. The process will heal you, and if it doesn't, at least it will pacify you. And if it fails to pacify you, at least it will clarify you. And if it does none of that, at least it will show you who you are and show you who you could be. It will reveal to you your superpower. And I hope you continue to carry that E on your chest for empathy with your chin held high. I hope you continue being a superhero. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming and staying with us all through till the end. You have been an amazing audience and you made this festival possible. It's been 3 days of panels and you've stuck with us through it all. This is the first time we're doing this festival completely virtually. And we just want to say thank you. The Abuja Literary Society is a very grassroots oriented, open, progressive literary society here in Abuja. We meet every week. We have events every week. And we're just happy to be able to share our energy and receive the energy of so many talented people from across the continent. Empathy is something we believe in very strongly here at the Abuja Literary Society, in creating spaces that are safe for conversations to happen in. We believe that in a continent, in a country, in societies as fragmented as ours, that one thing we can do as creatives is to create a space where voices are free and can be heard. For if we continue to have these conversations across these lines of ethnicity, of tribe, of tongue, of faith, of gender, of sexuality, one day it will become obvious to each of us that beneath it all we share the same common universal humanity, and that this must temper the way we talk to each other. This must temper the way we relate to each other. We know that differences will always be there, but if you understand someone, you cannot hate them. You cannot hate somebody you understand. You may disagree with them, you may be angry with them, but you cannot hate them if you understand where they are coming from. And that is what we are committed as a literary group to do. So thank you so much for spending this time with us, and we hope that you go back to your various places with this message of empathy, and that next time when we reach out to you, that you'll open your doors to us like you did this time. Thank you to all our partners. For hello, you are really, really wonderful. This would not have happened without you. Gecko Publishing, Falion, I hope I'm getting it all right. Molekin Foundation. Please, if I'm murdering your name, it's okay. Tomato, tomato, as long as you understand where I'm going. So thank you all. Tenny and the team, you guys have been amazing. We have to, I don't know what you will drink. If you're alcoholic or non-alcoholic, but we have to celebrate this thing later. Everybody, thank you so much. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
Anyway, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has joined us for the past 3 days. You know, it wasn't easy putting this together. We did it with the support of everyone, people like Hilon, people like Odafe, DK, so many people, James Mura as well. He's been here for the past 3 days. He's been supportive from the very beginning. Also, Pehelo from South Africa. Pehelo started this journey with us, and his support was incredible and it was immense. We couldn't have done this without him. Also, the team from the Abuja Literary Society, from Timi to Augusta to everybody else on the team, Joy, Onye, Ada, even our intern Rona, it wouldn't have been possible without them. And I am very grateful for the support of everyone in making this happen. I also want to appreciate all of our guests that stayed. Yesterday we had a lot of issues with our slam. It was incredible. The slam that was supposed to be 2 hours was 4 hours because of internet challenges. But then people stayed, people stayed till midnight trying to find out who the slam champion was. And it just shows that there's a real desire for literary entertainment. There's a real desire for being part of this community in Nigeria, even though, or in Africa, even though people claim that we don't have these interests. So I'm really grateful to everyone.
If a white man turned and called me nigger, my blood would boil in righteous anger, for the evil of discrimination is clearly established when a white man tries to treat me like rubbish. But if Hausas say Igbos are greedy and crude, and Igbos say Hausas are haughty and rude, and Ijo says Ishekiri must die today, and Ezza tells Ezilo there is no other way, if Yorubas declare it is owl or nothing, and we use federal character to share everything, so before you can even smile and tell me welcome, you must first ask me where my father is from. If those who are settlers but now indigents say those who are settlers can't become indigents, while the Constitution says we are all citizens, local governments keep issuing certificates of origin. If my brother passed JAMB but can't go to uni because he is Tiv and he's not Kanuri, and Unimaid has a quota for its catchment area, so he must go back to Benue or wait 1 more year. If it's okay to say it's not okay to marry someone just because they are Kalabari and that every tribe should have its own side, are we not then practicing apartheid? If you cannot buy land unless you're a native and cannot find work unless you're a native and cannot feel safe unless you're a native, how can we then say we're not primitive? Yet, you go to London and get their passport, then settle wherever, however you want. You stand there and fight for equality, but come back and start to use ethnicity. I don't get the logic of thinking it's different to be tribalistic and then to be racist. If you're happy to judge him just hearing his name, whatever you call it, my friend, it's the same. Where there is no courage to cross this divide, where there is no faith to look deep inside and stop judging accents and surnames and dressing, this fire we're quenching will only keep burning. Which nation can stand dividing its people? How can one build on foundation so brittle if we cannot see ourselves in each other? This journey ends here. We're going no further. For when God made man, he gave him no facial marks. He did not make Bagi, Oku, or Angas. As sure as a black man is just like a white man, no culture is older than being human. This is the truth. Until we accept it, our nation will stumble on its broken feet. The same things can bind us that drive us apart, for the wall and the bridge are both in the heart.